Yesterday, we had an unfortunate situation which happened with some of our McKinley students who made poor decisions.
School's supposed to be a safe haven. It's supposed to be a place where you go to learn.
What we want is safety. We want all of our children to return home the same way that they came to school.
And tonight, the Buffalo Public School District is making immediate changes after several fights broke out during dismissal at McKinley High School.
Changes that are already being seen. There were school security guards and police on hand this afternoon as students were sent home for the day.
And it all comes amid growing calls for school leaders to address recent violent incidents. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. School leaders, advocates, and police all agree that something needs to be done to end the violence. Channel 2's Claudine Ewing joins us live from McKinley High School with more on the plan in place to do just that. Claudine?
Scott and Mary Alice, the superintendent will tell you she is not trying to put a spin on the situation when she says that students in Buffalo Public Schools are out of control. And that may be true for many of the students in the Buffalo Public School District. However, there are cases like we saw outside of McKinley High School yesterday. Over several days, there have been fights inside the school and outside the school. Neighbors have seen it. It has been chaotic at times, and those are the words from people who live around here, people who have seen it. Police have been called in, and in other schools, students have also been injured. McKinley is now changing how students are dismissed, and they're doing this to cut down on the number of fights.
The plan for today is to stagger the dismissal for grades 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. In addition, grade 9 and 10 will exit from one door, and after 3 or 5 minutes, grade 11 and 12 will be dismissed from a different door. This will allow security, staff members, because all of the CTE teachers have committed to being outside at dismissal.
And so that went into effect today and this afternoon as our photojournalist was outside of McKinley. This is how it looked. More police presence, a lot of police officers driving by, very visible. I also spoke with the longtime parent advocate, Sam Radford, about what's happening. What's your hope and what's your fear?
My hope is that we come to terms with the fact that we have to give our students the things that every other district in Western New York have. My fear is that somebody is going to lose their life before we stop everything and then figure it out. You know, I think what happened at Emerson was way too close. I think what happened at McKinley last year was way too close. But if we don't do something right now, it's going to get past close and it's going to take place, and we're going to pay a terrible price because we didn't have a sense of urgency about what's going on with our children.
Certainly, this is something nobody wants to see happen to any child in any school district. The superintendent being very transparent about it and wanting to make changes so that students are safe, because that is a #1 priority. Part of the solution, what we're hearing from people, boots on the ground really, is that the young people, the students, they want to have a voice. They want to have a say in how to make things better. Reporting live outside of McKinley High School, Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.
Claudine, thank you for that report. And at least one 16-year-old McKinley student has been arrested following that fight, but more could be coming once evidence is reviewed. Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia says several officers were threatened during the fight, one even allegedly shoved from behind.
There were numerous fights that were breaking out. Our officers were being physically engaged by kids that were involved in fights. Pepper spray was used by at least a couple of officers as a crowd dispersal method. That's exactly what pepper spray is designed for and used for. It's an effective, less lethal, non-physical option.
Police say no one was hurt by the pepper spray, and none of the officers reported any injuries.